Captain. What happened? There it is.
There, I had to start the stream. Sorry.
See, think, do. Petros, the captain. A reminder to all players: you may buzz in a maximum of twice per 5 clue category, and however, there's no restriction on Steel Consulting, which you will open your microphones and let us in on your give and take. And Ray and Petros, remember those words, final answer. I need to hear those. Looks like Merle needs to mute. And good. Please unmute when you're called upon. Big smiles, big energy. It's Friday, remember? After this and the pretense of a little work, and we're free until Monday. So let's get started. Our first category is the Indianapolis 500. The Indianapolis 500. So get your testosterone going. For 1 point. This school's Boilermaker band has been part of the pre-race, Joe?
Purdue.
Purdue is correct. Purdue is right. For 2 points. The tradition of drinking this in Victory Lane, Ray?
What is milk?
Milk. You know, I had a feeling that I would not be able to complete any of these clues. And we'll see if I'm right. For 3 points. The record for most Indy 500 starts with 35, 1958 to 1992, is held by this Texan known by his initials. The record for most, Andy?
AJ Foyt
is correct. And I got the whole clue in. You know how? By inverting the clauses. I left the initials till last. I'm so clever. Okay, for 4 points. This nickname for the garage area, originally the fuel depot, Petros?
Pit row.
Say again?
Pit row.
No, sorry. Break for the blue team. I will say the entire thing. This nickname for the garage area, originally the fuel depot, was possibly inspired by a comic strip of the same name.
I believe it's Pit Road. I think Petra said row. I think it's ROA. Pit Road.
I was thinking like gasoline alley, something like that.
No, gasoline alley. Yeah, no, you're right. You're totally right.
Do you feel confident? Because I'm just pulling that out of nowhere.
I mean,
I feel more confident than road. Yes.
Yes, I agree.
We'll go gasoline alley. Final answer.
It is gasoline alley. Yes, gasoline alley for 4 points. Finally, for 5 points. This British racer, now tragically deceased, won in 2011, the 100th anniversary of the Indy 500. This British racer, now tragically deceased, won in 2011, the 100th anniversary of the Indy 500. Time. Any guesses for giggle's sake? No.
Is it a hunt?
Nope. Dan Weldon. Dan Weldon. Okay. Now we go to international relations. International relations for 1 point. Governed by treaty, it's the formal return of a wanted criminal to the country where the offense occurred. Joe?
Extradition?
Is correct for 1 point. International relations for 2. Agreements signed in this city between 1864 and 1949 govern the treatment, Ray?
What is Geneva?
Geneva is right. The Geneva Convention, the treatment of wounded soldiers and prisoners of war for 3 points. As defined by the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, these coastal belts are considered sovereign and can extend outward for up to 12 miles. As defined, Merle?
Territorial waters.
Is correct for 3 points. Yes, in the news this week, as a matter of fact, territorial waters. For 4 points, the bag or package in which dispatches are securely transported is called a diplomatic one of these. The bag, Joe?
Attaché?
Incorrect. A break for the red team. Aaron, Petros, Bill.
Can you read it again?
Yes, you bet. The bag or package in which dispatches are securely transported is called a diplomatic one of these.
Is it a satchel?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I was thinking attaché also, so I have no idea. But Bill, if you're,
I'm about 51% on this. This is not strong.
Merle says no, or shaking his head.
I don't know, and I'm doubtful of satchel. I'd say we pass.
Bob, we pass.
That was smart. It's called a diplomatic pouch. A diplomatic pouch. And everybody nods. Yeah, I've heard that expression now, but we'd forgotten it. Good. It was a good pass. Okay, for 5 points. In 2003, the Secretary General of OPEC said, OPEC is not this type of price regulating body, quote, as some insist on calling us. Andy?
Cartel.
Cartel is right for 5 points. Next, Writer's Dictionary. We're all writers here, right? Am I right or am I right? We're all writers. So Writer's Dictionary for 1 point. From the Latin for knowing, it's the character telling the story. Aaron?
The narrator?
Is correct, and you're out of the minus column. Well done. Writer's Dictionary for 2. Kick the bucket is an example of this 5. Aaron?
Oh, I was going to say euphemism, but I don't think that's right now.
It is not. Okay, it was a little premature. I'll read the whole thing for the blue team. Kick the bucket is an example of this 5-letter type of phrase that doesn't literally mean what it says.
Is it idiom?
Yes.
IOM. Yeah.
You think it's idiom?
Yeah.
Any? Okay. Idiom.
100%.
Final answer.
Idiom is right. Yeah, Aaron, I thought it was euphemism too when I first looked at the clue. Then I saw the 5 letters, and it was a triple stumper on the show. So well done. Okay, Writer's Dictionary for 3. Oh, I didn't know this. In 1865, Walt Whitman published both Drum Taps and a follow-up titled This to Drum Taps. In 1865, Walt Whitman published both Drum Taps and a follow-up titled This to Drum Taps. Time. Anybody want to take a guess? It was a triple stumper.
Sequel?
Equal.
It was, he published, I never heard of a book sequel to Drum Taps. I might have guessed son of Drum Taps, but no, not, okay, no points exchanged there. 4 points, Writer's Dictionary. It can mean firm determination or the outcome of the conflict in a story. Ray?
What is resolution?
Resolution is correct. Okay, finally, 5 points, Writer's Dictionary. En garde, raise your this. Also a character whose opposite traits highlight those of the protagonist. Bill?
Foil.
The foil is right. And the red team starts to get stuff going. It's 20-3 at the end of the first round. But remember, there's just pioche points in this first round. It's a virtual tie. So let's continue. One of my favorite categories, in Père Lachaise Cemetery. In Père Lachaise Cemetery. It's outside of Paris. I visited it. It's gorgeous. And here are 5 clues about Père Lachaise Cemetery. For 1 point. This mime has the only spoken line of dialogue. Aaron?
Marcel Marceau?
That's right. In the movie, Silent Movie, he says no into the phone. Well done. For 2 points. A grave is a grave is a grave. For this writer born in, Ray?
It was Gertrude Stein.
Pennsylvania, yes. And that was a triple stumper on the show. Well done. In Père Lachaise Cemetery for 3. Earnest Irish wit who died at age 46. Aaron?
Oscar Wilde.
That is right. Oscar Wilde for 3 points. You are out of this category. The rest of the red team will have to do the heavy lifting. Okay. Some of his timely genius is heard here. Listen. Petros.
Is it Chopin?
It is Chopin. That is the Minute Waltz. And how about a woohoo for Bob for having an audio clue? Yeah.
Awesome. Our first ever audio clue.
Okay. No, actually, there was one a few weeks ago. I had the correct response was, what is a kazoo? And I found a kazoo song and played it.
Good.
So, but the first one with such beautiful music. Chopin is correct. He's buried there. Finally, for 5 points. This novelist's magnum opus is literally translated In Search of Lost Time. Ray.
Who's Proust?
Marcel Proust. And Alex would go on to say, à la recherche du temps perdu, as he's known for overpronouncing French. And also buried there are Jim Morrison and the original Abelard Eloise and Edith Piaf. Okay, next, give me a prize for knowing all those dead people. Give me a prize is the category for 1 point. Carlton Mabby won this literary prize for his Samuel Morse biography, The American Leonardo. Petros?
The Pulitzer?
He did win the Pulitzer. And by the way, it is correctly pronounced Pew, not Pulitzer. Pew. Pew. For 2 points. The most prestigious award for pitching in baseball is this one, named for the man, Ray?
What is the Cy Young Award?
Yes, who hurled a record 511 wins, the Cy Young. 3 points. He won a spoken word Grammy in 1987 for Lake Wobegon Days. Bill. Bill?
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
I
time.
was sure it was going to come into my head. Ah,
Okay, blue team, he won a spoken word
Garrison
Grammy in
Keillor.
1987 for Lake Wobegon Days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Keeler. And he-
100%.
Okay, Garrison Keeler, final answer.
Garrison Keillor is right. I know how it is, Bill. It gets on the tip of your tongue and it's, oof, okay. Plenty of time for 4 points. These planetary statuettes have been given out by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Erin?
Golden Globes?
Golden Globes. And boy, if you've heard they're corrupt, they're more corrupt than you've ever heard. Believe me, I've been there. Corrupt, but you're correct. Finally, for 5 points. This prestigious British prize for literature was started in 1968. Merle?
The Booker Mann Prize.
I'll take it. The Booker or Man Booker Prize, yes.
Yeah.
As a counterpart for France's Prix Goncourt. You said Booker first, and that was the correct one. In the second round, I probably wouldn't have accepted it, but the first round, that's good. It's the Man Booker or the Booker Prize, but we'll take it. Our final category is if I answer correctly, but IFY is in quotes. IFY, if I answer correctly. Each response will have if I. For instance, for 1 point, to bring together as one. Petros
Unify?
is correct for 1 point. To prepare a pharaoh for burial. Andy,
Mummify.
that's right for 2 points. To explain something more thoroughly or just turn up the volume. Erin,
Amplify.
correct for 3 points. To execute in the ancient Roman fashion. Erin,
Crucify.
that's right for 4. For 5 points. To give something honor, as in, I won't do this to your question with a response. Joe.
Dignify.
Dignify is right for 5. And that removes the possibility of a tie because we have Casu Marzu, the blue team, with an odd score, 39. Thinque right behind them in an even number score with 26. Anything can happen in the second round. Good. We have 2 strong teams here. I wish you all luck as we go into the double round. For 2 points, the Commonwealth of Nations is the category. The Commonwealth of Nations for 2 points. Currently, the Commonwealth's official head. Currently, Petros?
Queen Elizabeth II.
That is right for 2 points. For 4 points. In 1973, the Commonwealth issued a statement calling for an end of tests of these. In 1973, the Commonwealth issued a statement calling for an end to tests of these. Merle
Nuclear weapons.
is right for 4 points. 6 points. It achieved Dominion status in 1867, the first Commonwealth member to do so. Bill.
Canada.
Canada is right. And the 1 point separates the two teams. Big comeback by the red team. For 4 points. It joined the Commonwealth in 2009, recovering from years of strife between Hutus and Tutsis. It joined, Erin?
Rwanda.
Is right, and that takes the lead for the first time. Red team, 46-39. Finally, for 5 points, the Commonwealth of Nations. The independence of the Dominions was recognized by the 1931 statute of this London borough where Parliament sits. The independence, Petros.
Westminster.
Westminster is right, and the red team sweeps the category, leading 56-39. I told you we were going to have a match today. The blue team is not going to take this line down, however, I feel sure, as we go to from the Sanskrit of all things, for 2 points. From the Sanskrit for abode of snow. It's the name of this mountain range containing 9, Merle?
The Himalayas.
Is correct. 9 of the world's 10 highest peaks are the Himalayas, abode of snow, for 4 points. Spiked or not, this drink comes from a word meaning 5 nectars. Merle.
Punch.
Punch is right, and you are out of the category. The red team will have to do the heavy lifting without you for these next 3. For 6 points. Wise Jawaharlal Nehru was known as Pandit Nehru. If he'd done more CNN, 1 letter would have changed and he'd have been this, Ray.
What is pundit?
He would have been a pundit for 6 points. From the Sanskrit for 8. This 4-letter word for plunder taken during war can also be a slang, Ray.
What is loot?
Loot. I did not know loot came from the Sanskrit, but it did. And Ray is out of this category for the final clue, 3 on 3. This Sanskrit word for correct law or custom is found before bums in a 1958 novel title. This Sanskrit word for correct law or custom is found before bums. Bill.
Dharma.
The Dharma Bums is correct. That's the novel, The Dharma Bums. Okay, our third, this is exciting, isn't it? It's exciting. For 6 points, for 2 points, our third category, your day in court. And I say it that way because the C is in quotes. Your day in court with C in quotes for 2 points. An assertion to a legal right to something. You can also make a counter one. Ray.
What is a claim?
Counterclaim is right for 2 points. Your day in court for 4. Cross this is security for 1 debt. Erin?
Contempt.
No, sorry. Break for the blue team. Cross this is security for 1 debt that also serves as security for another.
Collateral?
Collateral makes sense.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else?
No.
Yeah.
We'll go collateral, final answer.
Cross collateral is right. Yep. Okay. For 6 points. This effort to boot a juror can be peremptory or for cause. This effort to boot a juror can be peremptory or for cause. Time. It was a triple stumper on the show. Any guesses just for giggles? No points?
Is it censure?
Nope. Nope. It is a challenge. You can challenge the juror for cause or a peremptory challenge. Okay, triple stumper on the show, tough one. For 8 points in your day in court with the C. A judge other than a chief judge at one of the U.S. courts of appeals. A judge other than Petros.
Oh, it's not associate.
Time.
Never mind.
Time. Break for the blue team. A judge other than a chief judge at one of the U.S. courts of appeals.
I know the courts are circuit courts. Is it
Yeah,
circuit?
That's what I was gonna say. That's the court, not the judge. Like I think a circuit judge is on a circuit court, not a non-chief judge.
I mean, unless you're certain.
Yeah, I'm not certain enough.
Yeah, let's just pass.
Anybody got anything? No?
I would
pass. We'll pass, Bob.
It's too bad because it is in fact a circuit judge.
Really?
Circuit judge, yeah. Okay, finally, 10 point. Remember, I'm not embellishing these at all. I'm reading them verbatim from the show, and they vet them pretty closely. For 10 points, you're Dane Court. Executive clemency can lead to this, reducing the severity of a punishment. Joe.
Commutation.
Commutation is right for 10 points. And that, after the halfway point, vaults Casu Marzu into the lead again, but it's going back and forth. 69 to 60, still anybody's match. Our next category begins Native Americans by tribe. Native Americans by tribe. I'll give you a Native American. You give me the tribe for 2 points. Sitting Bull. Sitting Bull. Aaron.
Apache.
Incorrect. Blue team.
Sioux. Sitting Bull, Sioux.
Yeah, my thought was Sioux.
Edward.
How sure are you?
100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go Sioux. Final answer.
More specific.
Lakota.
Lakota Sioux. Are we good with that? Bob, Lakota Sioux. Final answer.
Incorrect. It is a hunk. He was a hunk Papa Sioux.
Oh my gosh.
Papa Sioux. And I got to go with what's on the official card. Hunk Papa Sioux. For 4 points. Geronimo. Geronimo. Andy.
That's Apache.
Yes, that is Apache. 4 points. For 6 points. Osceola. Osceola. Andy.
Seminole.
Seminole or Creek is correct. But that's it for the Native Americans because we have to go to 2. Surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitutions. La, 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 la. Yes, our off-key backup pips are very much on the scene. And Andy, you are still out of this, even though the category has changed. Our category is for the 2 surprise substitutions, 8 and 10 points apiece. On your marks. On your marks.
Is anything in quotes there, Bob?
Nope. On your mark. M-A-R-K-S. I will tell you that's the spelling. M-A-R-K-S. On your marks. M-A-R-K-S. For 8 points. In 2005, this former FBI deputy director revealed he was Deep Throat. In 2005, Ray.
Who's Mark Felt?
W. Mark Felt is correct. That's the mark for 8 points. For 10 points. This former Virginia governor and current senator gave the keynote address at the 2008 Merle.
Mark Warner.
Mark Warner is right for 10 points. Big 10 points for the red team. Okay. Now we go to one of my favorite categories. Before and after goes to the movies. Before and after goes to the movies. Okay. Speak distinctly and get it right for 2 points. A 1997 movie with Tommy Lee Jones policing aliens puts on a tutu to jete into a Natalie Merle.
Men in Black.
Incorrect. I got to
Men in
read.
Black Swan.
Yeah, we'll go Men in Black Swan. Final answer.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry, Merle. It's before and after. We have to get the Men in Black Swan. And I paused for the Swan, which was not forthcoming. Okay, before and after goes to the movies for 4 points. 1988 Dustin Hoffman film that definitely definitely became the musical film version of Don Quixote? Erin,
Rain Man of La Mancha.
that's right. Man of La Mancha is right for 4 points. That's the way it works. 6 points. Mia Farrow, taking a pregnant pause in a horror pic, segues into Tina Fey's ticking biological clock. Erin?
Rosemary's Baby Mama.
That's it. Rosemary's Baby Mama. And you've narrowed the gap, but Erin is out of this one. Red team's going to have to pick it up for 8 points. Roger Moore 007 film that turns into another action pic with Uma Thurman as a killer bride. Roger Moore 007 film. Charlie?
License to Kill Bill.
No, sorry. Break for the blue team. Roger Moore 007 film that turns into another action pic with Uma Thurman as a killer bride.
Roger Moore was in A View to a Kill Bill,
That's it.
right? So
Yeah.
Bob, A View to a Kill Bill. Final answer.
Thank you. That's
Sorry, I
four.
forgot that part.
Sorry, Charlie.
I know.
License to Kill was Timothy Dalton. And finally, for 10 points in, the red team gets it. So you think Dude's back in the lead. Oh, this is so exciting.
Good work on the name too, Petros. A lot of people say A View to Kill.
Yes, and
With the extra N.
somebody on the show lost points for that. A View to Kill. For 10 points, the horror of seeing a Coppola war film turn into a 1940, Ray?
What is Apocalypse Now, Voyager?
Pulled out of I don't know where, but that is right. A 1942 film where Betty Davis overcomes her domineering ma. Apocalypse Now, Voyager. How you got that, I don't know, but you did, and that's 10 points. We go into the final category, 89 to 84. The blue team is in the lead, but it is still obviously anybody's match. And in honor of my missing cataracts, we are going to IQ. IQ.
Anything in quotes, Bob?
No, I is not in quotes. It's EYE. It's spelled out. IEYE. For 2 points. During an exam, your doctor will use drops to cause the pupils to do this. Bill?
Dilate.
Dilate is correct for 2 points. For 4 points, glaucoma, a leading cause of blindness, can be controlled by eye drops that reduce pressure on the optic, Petros?
Nerve.
Optic nerve is correct. So you think Do in the lead by 1 point. For 6 points, smoking can increase the risk of getting this clouding of the lens. Smoking, Erin?
Cataracts.
Cataract is right, and I assure you I did not know that was a clue when I mentioned the reason for my picking this. If you feel that was unfair, I will throw in a surprise substitution. But any protest from either captain?
We're good.
But is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
All right.
I mean,
Ray?
we'd take a surprise substitution if you got one, just because
Oh, I always have.
Petros is an OIT guy.
I always have them, but okay. All right. It's still anybody's match. See Think Do 96, Mikasu Marzu 89 for 8 points. This condition, usually caused by a misshapen cornea, can be corrected with glasses. Erin?
Astigmatism.
Astigmatism is right. Finally, for 10 points, allergies or infections can cause inflammation of this membrane that lines the eyelids and covers the eye's surface. Allergies or infections can cause inflammation of this membrane that lines the eyelids and covers the eye's surface. Time. It's known as the conjunctiva. Conjunctiva. And Think 2, which was quite a bit behind at the end of the first round, comes through with 104 to 89, and a great match.
Good game, guys.
Yeah, great game. That was seriously great.
Very well done.
Great playing,
I-
guys.
And